Hey, thank you for joining us on this video series. We are going to build an enterprise network. Most of our stuff we're going to be purchasing is going to be on eBay, so we're going to get it like dirt cheap. And most of this is just for fun. It's a fun journey. It'll be an opportunity to learn from each other and mostly to have fun. In a real enterprise setting, I'd want the budget for a little bit more hardware and software, but on the cheap side, we don't really got the budget for that. So we're going to build everything, and we will be setting up our routers as well as our servers, and then exploring several software options and different programs to keep us productive. Let's get started with our routers. So I got this edge router, right? 8 for just 200 bucks. Not a bad deal. I also got this one for 140. So not too bad. Hey, alright, so we're going to get into our Edgerouter 8 here. Get some security passed. Alright, now we got to put in our top secret UBN password, UBNT password, and UBNT login. You know the drill. If not, that's all it is. First time. Okay, we gotta go system here. Come down here, UNMS key, paste. And then we're just gonna save. Okay, so the easiest way to start this off is we're gonna go to our dang little wizard. But on this setup, we're not going to do just a generic setup. We're going to set up a dual LAN. We want two WANs. We want a WAN. So we're going to go load balancing. First, 0. DHCP, we'll put static later. Firewall, secondary internet, 1. That sounds good. And then our LAN port, E2. On our model, we're going to change this IP address wherever I wrote them down. I wrote them down somewhere. We'll change that. Well, we'll change that later. We're going to keep it there. But we will disable our DHCP server. We don't want to be broadcasting DHCP while we're setting these up. Username, right now we're just going to password, keep existing users, create new. Oh, new user. So let's create a user. So we're going to say Batman. Okay, Batman logs in here. And we're going to use the password Batcave. Whoops. Batcave 1. Batcave 1. And make sure I put it in my notes because I will forget this. So Batman and Batcave 1 is our password. We're going to add a LAN 2 in a bit. We'll just hit apply. And our wonderful WANs are not there. Now we're going to edit this. Configure this right. It's not local. It's LAN 1. Save. Action configure WAN 1, and then we're going to also have configure LAN 2. So we're going to have two LANs. They're going to be ridiculously redundant, and we're going to change our IP addresses here because I am sick of it. So we're going to go to 192.168.100.2. Is it? No, LAN 1. 2 is supposed to be 101. Let's do 102 for LAN 2. Dot 2, because this will be router. It's gonna be weird. This will be router 1. We're gonna do 2 here. Save the 24. Save. Okay, now we're gonna do this. This is where it gets scary. Config 012. The reason why we're doing it as 2 instead of 1, because we're gonna set up 1 as a virtual IP address later. 101.2. Don't know why. Hopefully. So now we got those changed. It wanted to be on here for the internet. That's one thing they haven't updated. They're still saying UNMS when now they changed it to U, but it's not changing the firmware. So we need to set up our routing. OSPF. We're going to have a new area. Just call it 0. Networks. Our networks will be 192.168.101.024. Hit save. I gotta just do it. Actions, configure. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. 168.102.0/24. Casting those subnets because we're going to be doing some routing and some. So once we get our static IPs in, we'll start setting up more rules. We're going to add a listener to Ethernet 3. Save that. Yeah, that looks better. And then just good housekeeping. Let's disable all these non-used ports. But once we get them all rack and stacked, you'll see this looking pretty good.